You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Yeah. Jazz Chisholm right here, who plays for the Yankees.
Or as a lot of the Yankees announcers accidentally said,
I mean,
Chisholm.
He's acting like, I guess he's Jackie Robinson playing in the 1940s. He called it a white sport.
Well, did you see what he said about Garrett Cole?
No, I didn't. But my
from the same article.
Okay, we'll go over that. I'm going in fresh on this. I just kind of know.
I'm talking about from the same Athletic article this came from. He was talking about, I know Garrett Cole's white, but we would invite him to the barbecue. He's cool. And people were like, can you imagine if Garrett Cole said, I know Jazz Chisholm is black, but we'd invite him over for dinner. If the roles were reversed, the world would explode. And he was getting drugged for saying that yesterday too.
Man. Yeah. A white sport. I believe I wouldn't even call baseball a white sport. At one point, it was a white sport. But you don't even have the number of white people in the sport like you used to.
No.
Of course, the black players have definitely gone away. Gone are the days of having like a Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, those guys. It's more of a Latino Hispanic sport, mainly from like the Dominican Republic and I would say even Puerto Rico.
Yeah, there's still
Venezuela.
They're still getting players out of Mexico. That's still
you still got some come from Mexico, but these teams have prioritized these camps overseas, and they're able to sign players on the cheap. And they'll have them under contract for a long time without having to pay them huge amounts of money. But anyway, this is what it says here. Baseball has done everything it can to embrace more sportsmanship, showmanship, I should say, and loosen previously strict rules on celebration. However, Yankees star third baseman Jazz Chisholm doesn't believe his celebrations are embraced, and he thinks it's because of the color of his skin. Quote, I don't want to say this. Baseball is a white sport. I feel like white people criticize everything that a black man does. Black men are outspoken. They say what's on their minds, he told The Athletic. The unwritten rules of baseball are white, and I always broke the unwritten rules of baseball. Wow.
Yeah. So let's just start here. I'm a Yankees fan, right? So I'm going to take you back in time. One of the most popular players in baseball ever, one of the greatest players in baseball ever, who was a showman and was wildly embraced by everybody, was Ricky Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
He was a showman. We remember he would slide in and the chains and this. Big Papi. Sammy Sosa. The list goes on and on. Deion Primetime Sanders playing for the Atlanta Braves. I never remember a solitary baseball fan talking crap about any of those guys.
Yeah.
Baseball fans loved watching all of them. How about Bo Jackson?
Yeah. And let's go back to the 80s also. Fernando Valenzuela was a mega star in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Mexican pitcher for the Dodgers.
Huge.
Massive star.
Fernando Mania is what it was called.
It was massive.
Yep.
But he's saying this is a white man's sport. What do you actually call and it sounds like he has a problem with that, but does he have a problem with the NBA and NFL being a quote unquote black sport, considering that the majority of players are actually black?
Oh, well, you're not supposed to say that out loud, John. You're not supposed to say that out loud. It's true. It's 100% true, but you're not supposed to say it out loud, right?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You got players in those leagues still calling those leagues racist. I can't.
I know.
Even, I mean, you get what I'm saying.
Well,
Honestly.
for sure, the NBA's not racist because they let the players do whatever they want to do. And it's destroyed the NBA.
It's destroyed the league. They can't draw ratings.
No, nobody's watching the NBA. I love baseball, man. And by the way, when we were kids, Rhodes, I don't know about you, but in the early 1980s, guess what? Kids were not on the basketball court. We were on the baseball field.
Without a doubt.
Everybody played baseball, but then Michael Jordan hit the scene.
Yeah.
And then more people wanted to live that Michael Jordan fantasy. Remember, Nino Brown said that in Blue Jazz City.
I would like to. I'm not going to lie to you. I would like to see more black boys getting involved with baseball. I
love baseball, man. Baseball is so fun to play.
Well, I grew up and a lot of the best players happened to be black. There was Dave Winfield was all-time great. Jim Rice.
Ken Griffey Jr. may be the greatest baseball player of the modern era.
A lot of people ain't going to like this. Barry Bonds.
Barry Lamar Bonds. I mean, you don't have to like him.
Bobby Bonds, hell. What am I talking about? Hank Aaron.
Griffey Sr., Willie Mays.
Sure.
There's a ton of black stars in baseball history.
Guys, we don't even talk about a lot that were really damn good. Willie McGee, Willie Wilson was he was one of the greatest Royals ever.
Yeah.
Willie McGee's one of the greatest Cardinals ever,
They just put CC Sabathia in the Hall of Fame. I don't believe he's a Hall of Famer. I believe he's a Hall of Very Good, but he made it.
Really? Shame on you.
I don't think I know you. I thought he was, he was good. But when you actually said, man, that guy right there, man, even when he was at his best, I was like, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Just never came to my mind. He was good.
How about one of the greatest nicknames ever? Oil Can Boyd. Anybody remember him? I mean, honestly, come on. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Now, do I believe that, and I've said this about NASCAR too, and both organizations have, Lord knows, they've jumped in face first into all this wokeness. I will tell you this. I do believe baseball and NASCAR attracts a more conservative viewer. I do believe that.
Yeah. Even golf
now, and golf, but at the same time,
one thing about I would say like golf and baseball, it was always considered more of a gentleman's game. I guess you can say.
I would tend to agree with that. I think baseball requires a lot of discipline in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. Because when you look at the NBA and NFL, how can you actually say, "Oh, he's a gentleman" when he's knocking somebody's head off? It's different.
It's different. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a problem with unwritten baseball rules? I think I've always felt like it's added. It's always added a little something to baseball's aura.
Me too.
Part of
like
baseball,
you're not supposed to flip the bat, for example. I like to see that actually.
I do too. When those guys would knock the cover off the ball back in like 98.
You know what? If somebody hits a big home run, you know what I'd like to see? And this will make baseball more interesting. When they cross third base, how about they moonwalk to home plate? Or they do a flip if they're athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. And if the other team gets mad, hey, don't give up the home run.
Who's one of the greatest baseball players we've ever seen on the silver screen? Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah, Willie Mays Hayes.
Willie Mays Hayes. Come on, let's be honest.
And you know what? That's one of the reasons why the NFL is so popular. I love those touchdown celebrations.
They get crazy.
Whether it's my team, if it's against my team, they get created. Deion Sanders doing a high step to the end zone.
Oh man,
that was fun.
It's classic. Yeah, it's classic. I mean, all of us have attempted the behind the back Dion at some point, doing something.
You remember the 1990s Cowboys, right? Before the game, what was Michael Irvin and them doing? They were so dominant, they were practicing their touchdown celebrations. They weren't practicing, plays for the game. They knew they were getting in the end zone.
I mean, we have all completed some dumb, mundane task and then walked away from it doing the Dion, thinking we really did so. I just cleaned the bathroom. Come high stepping out of the bathroom, doing the Dion.
And when it comes to the NBA, rip to Dikembe Mutombo, I wish the NBA never told him, "Hey, stop wagging your finger in front of the player's face." I like that. That was great.
It was great.
It was great.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.